Hello. Hello, hello. We're talking about Survivor 50 again, and as is tradition, we will start with the haiku. Let me pull that up. I'm devastated. Satsuri was voted out. A chop final 5. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts on the episode. Um, but we will be getting into that later. Um, so, we'll start from the beginning. So we start with everybody coming back to camp, and Rick was blindsided about Suri's extra vote, and he's apologizing to everybody, saying like, "I didn't want to vote for you," and Suri says, "With that and $2, I could get a bag of chips." Yeah, she does not care. And then the second group comes back, Ozzy's group, and Rizzo goes to Suri and tells Suri what Ozzy did. And Suri calls Ozzy an idiot, which he is. Because seriously though, why did he do that? I'm still not over that. Ugh. But he was able to get back into the good graces of Suri, which is good. She wasn't mad about it. And then Aubrey is taking credit for the Ozzy move. Again, more evidence for her winner edit. We'll talk about that later. And then, in the morning, Rick wakes up super early to start looking for the idol. Like, it's not even sunlight when he starts looking. And then Jonathan starts following him. And just to make sure that he doesn't get the idol. Rick doesn't find the idol. So he's crying. And he's crying in the hammock to Joe, of all people. And Joe does not care. Like, he's just staring at him, blank expression. Like, he does not care. But then we get to the immunity challenge, and it's another balancing one. Granted, I do like this challenge. I do like the balancing the blocks one. But I mean, it is still another balancing challenge, technically. And, Rick's only chance of winning or staying in the game is winning this, and he flops bad. Like he does real bad in this. And Joe wins. He moves very slow. He wins. This does not affect anybody. Like, this does not affect anything. Like nobody was voting Joe. It's like the most boring thing happened. So, and then he gets the reward. He takes Rizzo and Suri. This doesn't really matter. He takes them on the reward for barbecue ribs. Ooh, how fun. And the obvious target is Rick, obviously. He didn't win immunity. He doesn't have an idol. Yeah, it's like, it was a very straightforward vote, but we'll talk about it. Let's see. Yeah, Rizzo's not gonna play his idol. Oh yeah. Oh god, I forgot about this. Jonathan licked the rice. Why did he do that? Ugh. Like, why did he lick the rice? That's so nasty. Ugh. And he's talking about, oh, I'm so hungry. It's like, didn't last episode you had a bunch of rice? Like, you literally went back and forth to the camps, like, taking rice every time you went. Like, shut up. he talks about how, oh, Rizzo had, like, cookies and the chicken breast or whatever at the auction, and I only had a sea slug or whatever. Yeah, and Tiffany's also mad about Rizzo taking the chicken and not finishing it. So, they want to vote out Rizzo, because, he has an idol, and they don't think he's going to play it. But they want to run it, run this by Suri, and Suri obviously doesn't want this to happen. Oh yeah, and then the hammock that Suri always uses, that's basically your office breaks while her and Jonathan are on it. Foreshadowing. Yeah. Oh yeah, and Aubrey's basically the narrator for this entire episode. And like she's basically saying like Rizzo's annoying people. I want to take him to the end. And she wants to vote out Devins. And like it's a very straightforward episode. Like we get to tribal immediately and you know, it's just Devins. Rick cries at tribal. Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, we get to tribal. It's like halfway through the episode. Because it's a double tribal. It's a double elimination today. So we're getting 2 tribals in 1 episode. Which is nice, because, you know, these were very straightforward votes. And, you know, I think it looks good with straight hair. But, yeah, we get to tribal. Rick is crying about, you know, he's obviously upset that he's gonna get voted out. You know, he has his speech about the stars. It's whatever, you know? Like, I do appreciate that he cares a lot about this game. But just like, you know, I don't really care. It's just like, okay, we get it. You're going. Yeah, Rick plays his shot in the dark. It misses. It's a unanimous vote for Rick. You know, very sad. You know, I did love Devins. Again, if I mean, like, he probably was the second person I was rooting for after Suri. Yeah, we'll talk about that later. But yeah, he was fun. You know, the fake idol, you know, the coin flip. He was just very entertaining this season. Yeah, sad. Yeah, but then we get to next day, and Tiffany is obviously mad about the. Hold on, let me pull up the. Tiffany's obviously mad about Rizzo not playing the idol, and she still wants to target him. But Aubrey again wants to target Tiffany because, you know, she's a big threat. Which, you know, if she was a big threat, maybe you should have showed her earlier in the season. You know, why did she only get 2 confessionals in the pre-jury? Yeah, Aubrey compares Tiffany to Michelle. I can't really say anything about that. It's like, I haven't watched Karang. But yeah, she wants to target Tiffany. Jonathan's down. Rizzo's down, you know? Oh, also, let's quickly get rid of Devins on this. Yeah. Okay, we're at the final 6. Actually, let's quickly move these 2. Okay. Yeah, and then Rizzo, the self-proclaimed rat, tells Suri about the plan to vote out Tiffany. And Suri asks, who is the target if she wins immunity? And Rizzo says, I don't know. And Suri says, what do you mean you don't know? But yeah, and then, as she said in her exit interviews, that's like, it was at this moment that like, she knew that if Tiffany won, she was probably going to be the target. But yeah, we get to the immunity. Pull that up. Not that one. Okay. And it's an obstacle course, and like, we saw, again, it's just like, I mean, like, I'm glad it's not another balancing, you know? Again, it's like, I don't like the obstacle courses, but I also want more than just balancing challenges, like, please. Well, funnily enough, there was still balancing in here, with bouncing the fox on the beam, but whatever. But yeah, this is basically a 4v1, with basically everybody trying to make sure Tiffany does not win. Maybe aside from, like, Suri. But, like, yeah, it's like Joe, Jonathan, Aubrey, Rizzo. They all want to make sure that Tiffany doesn't win. But yeah, so at the final section with the arch, it's like all of them are working together to basically make this arch. And they're all trying to make sure that Tiffany doesn't win. And then Joe and Jonathan both misspell Inconceivable. Like, I know that they didn't actually misspell it, and, like, they spelled it correctly on the other side, but it's, like, it's still funny. It's like, and Connive a book. It's, honestly, I know Joe has dyslexia, but I mean, I still think the Joe can't spell jokes are funny. And let's see, what was Jonathan's? Inconceivable. Yeah, Tiffany wins. You know, that's Mother right there. She wins against a 4v1 or 4v1. Like, that's iconic. Like, I do love Tiffany. It's like, she is probably the person I'm rooting for second after Rizzo. But now, because Tiffany won, it's like Cirie is the obvious target. And Cirie is trying to turn this onto Aubrey. You know, she obviously tells Tiffany that the vote was on her, you know. And then she tells Jonathan that... Okay, she tells Jonathan that she knew about the plan to vote out Tiffany from Aubrey, because Aubrey told her. Which obviously isn't true, because Rizzo told her. But, you know, Jonathan believes it. And Cirie says that Jonathan is easily manipulated, which, you know, we can clearly see here. But yeah, like, it really seems like Joe and Jonathan were convinced to vote out Aubrey, and Rizzo had to reconvince them to stick to the Cirie plan. And we'll talk about that. It's like, it is good for Rizzo. It's like, I think really the unfortunate part is that Rizzo cannot win. Like, it's, like, I think he's been playing the best game out of the 5 people left, but it's just like, because of just the nature of nobody seeing his season, him seeming to be very young, people being annoyed by him, it's just like, he just can't win. And it's really unfortunate, because, like, there really isn't much that he really could do to change that, because it's just like, it's like, just nobody was just gonna respect him. And it's really unfortunate. But then we get to Tribal. And, yeah. Emily looks good. You know, they all look good. But yeah, it's a very straightforward vote. Like, it's just Cirie, unfortunately. You know, Tiffany and Cirie vote for Aubrey, and then everyone else votes for Cirie. It's really sad. Like, why didn't she get a bigger send-off? It's like, Colby got one. Like, she's Cirie. She should have gotten something bigger. Like, I know they wanted to keep it ambiguous of, like, oh, maybe she could flip it around. But, like, I wish she got something bigger. It's like, you know, she's Cirie. This is probably her last time she's gonna be playing. Like, if Colby could get, you know, his big send-off, why then Cirie? Yeah, I believe this is the first time that she gets voted out, like, in normal circumstances. Because, you know, right? Because, let's see, her first season, it was Fire. In her second season, you know, it was the it not being a Final 3, instead being a Final 2. Let's see, what was her next season? She got idled out in Heroes vs. Villains. Game Changers, you know, obviously the Advantage Geddon. And then Australia vs. the World was also Fire. So this is her first time getting, like, voted out, like, properly without no weird circumstances. Oh yeah, and then Rizzo held on to his idol into the final 5 again. Which is funny. It's like, he really did this twice in a row. But now let's talk about this final 5. Oh wait, not that. Oops. Here. Yeah, so Suri is gone now. In fact, let's quickly move Suri and Rick to the jury. Gee. 1 second. I should have had this properly moved before, but oh well. Okay, move Rick. And then move Suri. I'll need to... Alright. Oops. Okay, let's shrink this to fit. Alright, there's the jury. So let's look at this final 5. Okay, Joe, Jonathan, Aubrey, Tiffany, and Rizzo. Okay, so it's very clear now at this point that Aubrey's just gonna win. Like, she's getting the winner's edit, she's getting credit for moves which, in my opinion, like, really shouldn't be given to her. But we'll talk about that. I mean, yeah, Aubrey's gonna win. And to be honest, I technically did get spoiled that she won, but I fully did not believe that that spoiler was true. Because, like, her edit was so bad. Like, it was so bad. Like, genuinely, is this really the best winner edit they could come up with? It's like, oof. It's like, honestly, the edit for all of these final 5 is just real bad. It's like, Joe, I mean, like, Joe, obviously, is just Joe, you know? He's bad at the game. In fact, hold on, let me organize this. This is bothering me. Like, let's make these bigger. Oops. Okay. Yeah, let's talk about this. Cause like, this is, oh, oops. Hold on. So this is the final 5 of Survivor 50. It's just like, truly, the edit is kind of been real bad. Because, like, you know, Joe is obviously Joe. He's bad at the game. It's funny, but he's bad at the game. Jonathan's been getting a decent edit, you know? But, like, I mean, it's Jonathan. I don't like Jonathan. Tiffany was literally invisible for the pre-merge. She only got 2 confessionals. Again, going back to the confessional chart. Fucking Zach Brown got 4. And Tiffany only had 2. Like, that's crazy. Like, I can't get over that. In fact, what is her final confessional count before the finale? 26. Fucking 26. Jesus Christ. Like, that's bad. Rizzo was getting a decent edit until he kind of fell off at a point. Like, where did he fall off? It was like episode 9. Like 9 through 11, he just kind of wasn't there. And then Aubrey. Oh, Aubrey. Like Aubrey's edit, again, it was so bad. It was so bad. Like, going through each episode, it's like, episode 1 was the beef with Genevieve. Episode 2, she got the idol from Christian. Episode 3 was the tribe swap, where she got close to Tiffany, and Genevieve was still gunning for her. Oh yeah, in episode 2, her entire tribe searched her bag, knowing that she had an idol. Episode 4, I actually don't remember what happened in episode 4, but that was Zach Brown. I blocked out most of that episode. Episode 5 was when she was getting close to Coach, which went nowhere. In fact, the Tiffany thing also went nowhere. Then episode 6 is the Blood Moon, where again, Genevieve, her main story up to this point, went out. She was on the tribe with Genevieve, so it's not even like... It's not even like... it's like... Like, it's not even like she wasn't there to see her go, but like, she was on the tribe. It's like, why did she not get any of the credit for this? Like, she was completely irrelevant for that episode, despite literally being on the tribe with Genevieve. And then episode 7, you know, she makes her up her idol, or she makes up her... Yeah. She makes up her lie that she forgot to play her idol, which nobody believes. It's like, oh, I'm such a dummy, I need to step up my game. And then episode 8, you know, was the High Destinies with her and Devins, and her regretting playing her idol. Episode 9 was her trying to distance herself from the middle, whatever the fuck that means. You know, and saying, oh, I gotta step in my game again, and then she disappears for the rest of the episode. It's like she didn't get any good content until episode 10. Like, that's crazy. Like, it's real bad. Like, was there really nothing else they could have done for her? It was so bad. Ugh. And like I said earlier, it's like, personally, if I was on this jury, I would vote for Rizzo. Because, like, he's been playing the best game. Like, he's literally controlled most of the votes with Suri. You know, like, he's basically what, like, I know Aubrey is taking credit for the Ozzy move and the Suri move, but, like, it really seemed like Rizzo was the reason these moves went through, because, you know, he could have told Ozzy about, the vote and had him use his idol. Like, he knew that Suri probably wanted him to do that. And then, you know, it really seemed like Jonathan and Joe were flipped back to Suri's side before Rizzo made them stay on the Suri vote. It just really seemed like Rizzo was the one who caused these things. It's just like, it's like, I'm not even mad about an Aubrey win, like, you know, but it's just like, I'm just kind of mad about her edit. It's like, is this really the best they could have gotten for her? Because it's real bad. And then Jonathan. Again, Jonathan has been... Well, has he even been playing a good game? It's like, I guess, like, he didn't get blowback for the like, you know, he didn't get any blowback for the Stephanie thing. You know, Stephanie took all the blame for that. And it's like, you know... Ugh. So what was I saying? What was I going to say? Oh yeah. Yeah, has he, like, you know, people say Jonathan's been playing a good game, but, like, has he really? Because it's like, it really just seems like, you know, he just got stuff whenever Suri wanted to take out, you know, like a Christian or a D, you know. It's like, has he really been controlling anything? I don't think so. And, like, even in this episode, Suri says that he's easily manipulated. But yeah, personally, let's see, the ranking of who I want to win currently now is Rizzo, Tiffany, Aubrey, honestly, Joe, then Jonathan. Because, like, at least Joe's kind of funny, you know, and it would be kind of funny if he won, because, like, he's been playing horribly, and everybody's been bashing him, but, like, obviously he's not going to get any of the votes. So, my predictions currently is that the final 3 is going to be Aubrey, Rizzo, and then either Joe or Jonathan. I'm leaning towards Jonathan. Alright, no, I'm leaning towards Joe. Like, I think what's gonna happen is that, Tiffany's gonna be the first boot of the episode. And then, either Joe or Jonathan win the immunity. And then they send one of themselves into fire against Aubrey, and Aubrey wins against them. And then, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Yeah. Let's see, where would the votes be going? I think... Ooh. I don't know. I mean, I do believe them that Tiffany probably would beat everyone. I don't know, would... Like, the thing is about 50 is that, like, obviously the pre-New Era players are gonna have an advantage, just because of the fact that, you know, it's the legacy, you know? Even, like, hell, like, if Suri... Like, Suri didn't... Like, Suri could have just sat there the entire time and she would win, just because of the fact that she's Suri. And, like, I feel somewhat the same towards Aubrey. I don't know. Like, I am curious who would win between Aubrey and Tiffany. But I do kind of believe them that Tiffany probably... Because let's see, who would she... I feel like she would probably get Dee's vote. She would probably get Suri's vote. But would she? I don't know. I don't know. Let's see, which votes I feel like Coach is obviously a locked vote for Jonathan if he makes it. Same with, like, Chrissy. Ozzy? Who would Ozzy vote for? Probably Tiffany, just because of the fact that, you know, he's the only one who didn't screw him over in the Split Tribal, because she wasn't there. Like, maybe he would vote for Aubrey. I'm like, he's probably not voting for Rizzo, and he's probably not voting for Jonathan. And nobody's voting for Joe. Like, nobody's fucking voting for Joe. Like, maybe Coach, if he was the only honor and integrity person left. But, I mean, honestly, actually, would Coach even vote for Joe or Jonathan? Because, like, you know, he was the one who was preaching the whole, oh, we're not gonna let a 26-dayer person win this game, right? And, like, you know, despite Joe and Jonathan being honor and integrity, it's like, they are still New Era players. I don't know. Coach is a hypocrite, so he probably would still vote for them. I don't know. But, again, it's very unfortunate that Rizzo just can't win. Because, like, again, I do think he's been playing the best game of the 5 people left. Like, again, him and Suri controlled the votes the entire time. And, like, yeah, you could say that, oh, it was all just Suri. But, like, no, like, again, like, he's been the one, he's been making, like, what am I trying to say? Like, he's been winning people over to his side. Like, you know, like Coat, or, like, Colby, you know? Like, Colby thought he was annoying, but then he won him over. And, like, Coach included him in his 4 Horsemen alliance as a replacement for Colby. You know, he was the one who was calming Coach after, you know, his, you know, antics. And it's like him and Suri really controlled the game. And again, he held on to his idol again to the final 5, which is just really funny. But yeah, it's unfortunate, because it's just like, he just can't win, just by the nature of, 1, nobody seeing his season, and 2, you know, him just seeming so young. Like, maybe Suri could champion him if, like, Tiffany and Aubrey weren't there. I am curious who would win between Jonathan and Rizzo. If it was a Joe, Jonathan, Rizzo final 3. Because it's like, I think definitely the big problem about this season is that there's 3 people in this final 5 who have 0 respect like, very little respect. It's like, Joe is Joe, you know. Rizzo doesn't get any respect because, you know, like what I said before. And then Jonathan also doesn't really have any respect either. Like, he has the most of the three, but, you know. Because, let's see, who would win in that? Because I feel like Suri would vote for Rizzo. Rick? I don't know. D, I feel like, would vote for Rizzo. Chrissy, Coach, Stephanie, they probably vote for Jonathan. Christian, I don't know. I mean, again, like, if Aubrey and Tiffany aren't here, I mean, Cerise's probably the one who's backing up Rizzo the most. And, you know, she's Cerise, so she probably has a lot of sway. Who would Ozzy vote for? I don't know, because, like, they all, like, fucked him over. But, I mean, he probably would vote for Jonathan, maybe? I don't know, who would he feel more betrayed by? I don't know. But, I mean, like, again, it's, like, Aubrey's just winning. Again. And also, it sucks that the zero confessional rule is still a thing. Because, you know, the only two that don't have zero confessionals are Aubrey and Rizzo. Like, I really wish that this rule didn't exist. Because Suri had zero confessionals. Suri won despite that. That would be so much. I would love that. Again, I'm very sad. I'm very sad about this. Mother is gone. Anyways, I think I'm just rambling and repeating myself now at this point. I guess I'll end it here. I don't think that I have anything else I want to say. Let's see, is there anything? Not really. Alright, I think I'm gonna end it here. I guess, if anybody sees this, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Oh, wait, I forgot something, and something very important, in fact. The fan vote. Oh yeah, Sia's back, and, like, we have the fan vote for who... How much money is it? Is it 100K? Whatever. Vote Suri. Suri deserves this, please. Okay, that's all.